There are three things certain in life: death, taxes, and Shavkat Rakhmonov pulling out of fights. I mean, this one wasn't official, but it was all but official. He's injured again, which means we have a new main event for UFC 315 in Montreal, headlined by Bilal Muhammad versus Jack Della Maddalena.
Dana cooked, bro. Dana cooked. JDM deserves it. If anyone else if anyone else in the division doesn't get a shot, JDM deserves it.
I think that there's guys more deserving.
You want to give it to Joaquin Buckley?
Okay,
Joaquin Buckley.
That
kid's badass.
As big of a Joaquin Buckley hater as I am, I would say he almost deserves it more than JDM.
I would say almost no. JDM fought like 4 times in 2022. It's only because he had that stupid arm fracture that he didn't fight. Gets a KO win over Gilbert Burns. No one does that to Gilbert Burns, man. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Leon Edwards never put out Colby Covington. Did Tyron Woodley ever put out Colby Covington? Did Usman ever put out Colby Covington?
Dude, Covington was coming back. It was a doctor stoppage. Everyone knows that.
True.
Yeah.
True. But, I mean, you can't complain about JDM getting this shot.
No, because JDM stylistically probably has the best shot to beat Bilal Muhammad. Even though...
I mean, it's basically, JDM versus Canelo, so...
True.
The boxing masterclass.
I will be picking Bilal Muhammad. I want everyone to know that.
I will be too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In all of the, I usually don't watch MMA YouTube anymore, but I did watch a bunch of reactions to all the news that came out a couple of days ago. Everyone picked JDM.
Really?
I was like, what? Dude, are we forgetting that Bilal has great wrestling and hands like Canelo? Come on.
It's the most unstoppable combo.
Right, exactly. So yeah, I'm leaning quite heavily towards Bilal in this fight. I think JDM's a great fighter, and like I said, if anyone can put Bilal out with boxing, it's going to be JDM because he has that crazy just pocket power, great technique, good defense, and the wrestling defense is strong as well, but I don't love the layoff for him. It's been a year and a year almost, so that's not going to help him. Bilal has crazy momentum right now, and he wants to be active.
And he wants to play the villain.
Mm-hmm.
He's embracing it as of late. He's really embracing it.
Yeah.
And as tough as it is, I think 3, 4, 5 months ago, everyone was talking about Bilal and Merab being these super boring champions. At this rate, I don't know if I'd call Bilal Muhammad a boring champion. Neither with Merab.
Yeah.
I think obviously when you beat guys that are... I mean, Bilal didn't even go out there and beat a fan favorite in Leon Edwards. He
was a fan favorite to a very specific group of people.
Certain people who just loved him.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, he's kind of proved himself with what he does, and I think this fight will be a big test. If he just lays him praise for 5 rounds, which I think you can't do against a guy like Jack Della Maddalena.
Yeah,
you're really gonna struggle to see that. So I think that this is bound to be at least a good fight. Mm-hmm. I think it probably struggles to be an absolute war, like a 10 out of 10 fight of the year Canada. I don't see that ever happening with this fight.
Yeah.
But to be a good, solid fight, I can 100% see that happening. And I think Bilal takes it here, though.
Look, for Canada, we can't complain as this is a main event.
Yeah, we could have had Valentina Shevchenko versus Manon Fiorot.
And I'm sure that we were close to getting that if JDM didn't accept this fight. Actually, Joaquin Buckley probably would have taken the fight against Bilal.
Yeah.
I'm sure that they did not.
There were some people. Protez would have taken the fight.
True. That's why they didn't announce anything for Protez.
But here's the thing, though, with JDM, now we lose that London main event, and we put Sean Brady in there now.
Yeah, that's another thing we got to talk about, because we're not doing a specific video on Sean Brady.
No, I was like, are we filming a Sean Brady video
tomorrow?
Nah,
right? Yeah, Sean Brady is the new replacement because JDM was fighting Leon Edwards. So now it's Leon Edwards versus Sean Brady, and the UK fans had to pay $450 to watch Sean Brady. Yeah,
those tickets are just plummeting. They're giving them out for free now.
Exactly. So Sean Brady, I think it's an easier matchup for Leon because Sean Brady doesn't have finishing potential. So this fight's likely to go the distance. And I would say Sean Brady has much better wrestling and top control than JDM, but he doesn't have submission threats or really even a KO threat. I think this is a very winnable fight for Leon Edwards.
I think so too.
But Sean Brady could just hover max and beat him.
I think it's gonna be tough though against a guy like Leon, who's been able to stop that kind of stuff from Kamaru Usman. So
that's very true.
I'm definitely leaning Leon in that fight.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Rest of the 315 card that we have so far. Women's MMA really showing out. Champion, like we said, Valentina Shevchenko versus Manon Fiorot. I don't care enough.
This has potential to be the worst fight of the year. I'm telling you right now.
Dude, Shevchenko going to be in consideration back-to-back years.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to this fight at all, but at least it's a co-main. At least it's not the main event. Yeah, this is going to be... Manon Fiorot is the rightful contender. She should have gotten this shot, but I would have preferred Zhang Weili versus Shevchenko because Weili also deserves it. So maybe they're trying to line this up fast so that they can move both of them onto a super fight.
Well, the thing is you get this fight right out of the way. Zhang Weili, she needs 8 months off?
True.
A year. Yeah. So, except for the UFC, they just make her go that far off. She probably bulks up to 200 and then he's got to cut down.
Honestly, yeah.
Dude, I could see her bulking up.
She's a big girl.
She is.
You like that.
Trust.
Next up, Gilbert Burns, number 8 versus Michael Morales, number 12. This is a fight that was supposed to be on 314. We talked about that yesterday, so we're not going to harp on it too much, but it's a great matchup. It's a similar fight to the Prates versus Jeff Neal fight because it's a test for both of them. Two prospects that are on the exact same journey right now, moving up the ranks in the very similar places. So I'm looking forward to it. I think Michael Morales has every shot to KO Gilbert Burns or at least hurt him bad and then coast to a decision, especially because this is 3 rounds. I favor Michael Morales probably 65-35.
I'm pretty heavily Michael Morales, but at the same time, it's a guy like Gilbert Burns. You never know what he's going to pull out.
He just hasn't looked the same.
That Sean Brady fight, he just looked bad.
Ever since the JDM fight, he has not looked the same after that. So, gonna be an interesting bounce back fight for him. He's also 40 now, so he's just old.
And I swear, he just looks like smaller and smaller every single fight. Yeah. So it's gonna be a tough win for Gilbert Burns, but
yeah. Now, a women's fight that I'm much more excited for than the co-main event. We got number 1 ranked Alexa Grasso versus Natalia Silva. Dude, I've been on the Natalia Silva hype train for a long time. So she's getting her shot. If she wins this, she's fighting for the belt. So
after Zhang Weili. But can I just say, why does Natalia Silva look so nice?
Yeah.
She looks like a teacher. Yeah. She looks like an elementary school teacher.
English teacher, yeah.
She look a high school English teacher. if you know, you know.
The guys know.
Every man's dream.
True. Yeah, I'm excited for this fight. I think Natalia Silva can get it done. If Alexa Grasso fights the same way she did against Shevchenko in her last fight, Natalia Silva will be able to get a decision victory, especially because it's 3 rounds. In a 5-round fight, Grasso does have that experience, but it's women's MMA. You could toss a coin and something stupid could happen.
It's very much, you never know.
Yeah, but I'm gonna ride on Natalia Silva because I think it's good for the division. She's a great fighter, and Grasso might be overrated, bro.
All right, moving on. The final fight that we still have announced, the first Canadian we're going to see on this card, we're bound
out of many.
We're bound to see them all.
Yeah.
It's a bingo card every time you're in Canada.
Oh.
Same 8 fighters on that card every single time.
Yeah.
But middleweight bout, Marc-Andre Barriault versus Bruno Silva.
Yeah, it's a fight. It's a fight that's on the card for sure. I think this is a winnable fight for Marc-Andre Barriault. Bruno Silva has looked like an absolute walking punching bag in his last 3 fights. He went life and death with Pereira and then was like, all right, I've used up all of my talent.
Basically.
Time to just coast for 3 years. I'm trying to remember it was against not Abus Magomedov. He had a fight against Shara, which he lost, and then he had a fight against some other trash cans, and he's just looked bad in all of them. I guess it wasn't a trash can. It was in Abu Dhabi. His last fight was in Abu Dhabi. Was it Ismail Nardiev?
That sounds right.
It might be, but Ismail Nardiev looked unreal in that fight. If that was the matchup, it might not have been. But it's one of those guys.
Sorry, we can't. They're gonna call us casuals now. We can't pickpocket the 60th ranked middleweights last fight. Sorry, guys.
Yes.
when every single dude fighting in Abu Dhabi has the same last name.
Exactly. They all end in a V.
So yeah. All right, now we were looking at the positive there. Time to look at the negative. Something that really frustrates me being such a Shavkat fan. Just the inactivity, the injuries, it's starting to get real frustrating. Shavkat.
Sorry, I gotta do my posture stretch.
You'd have to watch yesterday's video to understand what's going on here. But Shavkat has now had 6 fights canceled in his time inside of the UFC, and while they aren't all of his fault, it's starting to look real bad. Like he's competing with Khamzat Chimaev and Nate Diaz for those highest numbers. You know,
dude, he might be my least favorite fighter now. Honestly, yeah, he's pissing me off. Yeah, six canceled fights inside the UFC, and he hasn't been here for that long. It sucks because he does deserve the title shot. He beat Ian Gary in an undefeated fight. But if you can't make the championship fight in like a 5-month turnaround time, then sorry, you're going to miss it. And the UFC did offer it to him many times.
Yeah, and he had to decline because of injury. But I swear he's injured every single fight.
Yeah, seems like it.
Is he made out of glass?
Yeah, I texted you. I said glass cannon. That's all I said. And it's true. He's a glass cannon. He's great when he fights. He's one of the toughest dudes when he fights. But it's just getting him into the ring or the octagon.
It's the tough part.
It takes forever.
Dude, imagine he has to go up in weight, all right? Trying to book a Shavkat Chimaev fight.
Oh, it would never happen.
Could you imagine?
Never happen.
Would be Leon versus Chimaev too.
Yeah.
Just book it 8 trillion times. But like we look at a guy like Shavkat, you know, all the potential in the world, all right? But his quickest turnaround time in the UFC was 5 months. All right? And then outside of that, it's literally like 8 to 12 months in between fights.
Yeah, he went exactly 1 year, 2023 December, 2024 December. And now it's looking like he's not going to fight until...
He'll fight who knows if he even gets the winner of Bilal JDM anymore.
Yeah.
Because
if Leon wins.
I mean, especially if JDM beats Bilal.
Yeah.
And Leon beats Sean Brady.
I think that's the matchup to make.
100%.
Yeah. If Joaquin Buckley beats Kamaru Usman, that's like, bro, Shavkat, you're like 4th on the list, bro.
Yeah, you got to fight, bro.
Yeah, put the fries in the bag. Like, you're not getting that title shot. As much as I think he does still deserve it, like, I don't want him as a champion.
Yeah.
And I don't think he actually will become champion if he has to fight Bilal. JDM's a great matchup.
It's tough because I just, like, he's one of my favorite fighters. He's one of my guys. He's my number 2. But just the inactivity, the injuries, like, it's just like...
Yeah.
Come on.
Pisses you off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's so interesting. We look at Shavkat over the last few months with everything that has gone on for him, you know? He still hasn't lost. He's still undefeated. He beat Ian Gary, but somehow he has lost so much, like, momentum, aura, and, like, credibility over the last few months without even losing a fight.
Yeah. It's weird. I mean, it makes sense, though.
Because I think it's when you're you know, it's all so high up here.
Yeah. It's like the stock market. When something's overvalued, even if it does okay, it still goes down.
That's a really good analogy.
It is actually, yeah. Nvidia.
Can you file my taxes? Just kidding. They're already filed.
Oh,
boom! Give me my money. Money.
All right. That's going to do it for today's video. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. I don't know how to do the intro or outro. This is your job.
All right, everyone. That's going to do it for us today. Let us...
you suck too now.
All right, that's going to do it for us today. Go down to those comments. Let us know what fight from this card are you most excited for. For me, it's definitely JDM versus Bilal. What about you?
For me, it's definitely Barrio versus Silva.
Ooh, good choice. While you guys are down there, make sure you guys are liking and subscribing. We appreciate all the love and support. There's going to be so many videos coming out with all the news coming out. We love you guys. See you guys later. Peace.
See ya.